Well, hello friends, it's Travel Crochet and my name is Tracy. If you're the first time coming here, welcome to my channel, and returning viewers, welcome back. This channel, Travel Crochet, we've done a lot of the travel part in the last week. We have driven from, my husband and I should say, we have driven from northwestern part of Australia across the country to the northeast part of Australia. We did it in 5 days, and the reason why we did that is because the monsoons have just hit northern Australia. It was just really hot, and there had been a lingering of a cyclone that was forming, and we also, the centre of Australia that we'd have to cross is this time of year wet season, and also known to flood. So we wanted to do that trip before all that floods and things occurred. So we gave ourselves 5 days, but also we just wanted to come back to the east coast where there's more shops, and if I run out of something, where it doesn't take 2-3 weeks to get something that you're after. So anyway, the total, just for your interest, we will get to the crochet. The kilometres that we did in 5 days was 3,746 kilometres. All my friends that are in miles, that is 2,327 miles in 5 days. Needless to say, we are we have been exhausted. It's starting to recover now. I gave myself 2 days to recover before recording this, so this is why I'm a bit late for this video today. So I've got a few things to go through today. Some is some new patterns that I've tried. I completed 2 pattern tests as well for a designer, and some news that I've got, which is really good, really exciting. So anyway, let's start with, I've got a list here of the patterns that I had made. Some of them were before we left on our 5 days. I didn't do any crocheting on the road because needing to concentrate on any, cows, camels, emus, kangaroos, buffalo, whatever crossing the road, so you'd have to be alert and looking out for those sort of things. So no crocheting on the road. So this was before and since we've arrived here. We are now in Townsville in northern eastern Australia. Alright, so the first pattern that I tried is a free pattern, and it's a free from Instagram, and it was actually originally done in acrylic yarn, and I thought I'd try to see how it converted to larger yarn. And this is this astronaut. So he has a massive head but he does in the small version as well. So I am not sure what I think about this guy, to be honest. I don't know. So I've just used the chenille yarn, the one that I get from Temu, that's sort of just a little bit smaller than Parfait Chunky. So that's this guy. So the designer is Tanya Smile on Instagram. I will link all these patterns in the description, and there's the back there. So there was, you had to sew on the arms and legs, these things on the helmet, and do the little embroidery patch there and there. So there is a bit of sewing. You could probably work out how to crochet in the round. So that's the first one that I did. So then I'll put them in my bag out of the way because I have a mess everywhere around me right now. Okay, the second one is also a free pattern. It was actually a brand new YouTube tutorial that Southern Girl Crochet put on her YouTube. It was her very first tutorial and she did really well, and when I saw it I thought, oh, I have to do this. So it's this little race car, very easy to make. Her instructions were very, very clear. She didn't talk in the video, it was all like coming up on the screen what to do next, which I really enjoy in tutorials. So then if you sort of past that bit, you can just sort of skip along to where the words change on the screen. So I really enjoy that bit. So that is a really great tutorial. So again, Southern Girls Crochet. Then the next thing on my list, now I thought to myself, I have to start getting into characters more, because I enjoy it and I think they would be popular at markets. So then I did Stitch, and here's Lilo. So Lilo and Stitch. I really love this stitch because I haven't got the ability to make the felt eyes. The felt, for some reason, that we get here in Australia doesn't seem to be the same, I don't know, hardness or something, or whatever it needs to be, toughness to, I don't know, cut them out and look nice. So this pattern actually sort of had the outline of the eyes there, and you could just add normal safety eyes and a normal nose. So yeah, I think he is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this blue. Again, I'll say this is the Timu yarn that I use. I really like this yarn. And then we've got Lilo, her hair. She probably could do with a bit more hair, but yeah, I think she's come out really well. So I figure if people like Lilo and Stitch, they might be interested in the pair, or one or the other. So they're pretty cute. And this is a paid pattern from Etsy by Fennec Toys UA. I've got quite a few of their patterns now. And then continuing on with this theme, I have done, now I'd done this one before Shrek, but I did them again because I wasn't happy with the first one that I did. And in this yarn it's much better, and I did the colours a lot better than I did the first time. The first one I mixed and matched the yarn and it was not looking right. So here is Shrek, and I think this size in particular will sell pretty well. And Fiona with her dress. Now the pattern actually had this part here under her dress the same colour as her dress, and I thought, well, no, her legs aren't her dress, so I kept her skin colour underneath, and then I've got the braid of the hair at the back. So there's Fiona, and then I did Donkey. There is also Gingy, or the cat from Shrek, but I don't have any orange yarn at all at the moment, so I do need to place an order at some stage. And he's got a little tail at the back, so I think Donkey looks really good too. And they all come out really the same size. So yeah, I think all these together, let's see if I can get them all all together, sort of. But I really love these patterns. So with these, it's pretty much the same body design. You make one leg, make the other, then join, go up. You make the arms separate, but you crochet them in. The only things that you have to sew in is sew the head on and sew the ears on if they've got ears. Yep, same with Stitch, sew the ears on. Or if they've got hair, you do the hair wig separate. And Fiona was a little bit more with adding a separate crown. But yeah, and just a little bit of surface crocheting to start the dress and continuing around. And same with Lilo the hair and you surface crochet the skirt on. But I absolutely love these patterns, and again this is the Fenwick Toys UA for all of those. I think I'll be using those patterns a lot. Alright, moving on. Then I did this guy. So I've been trying to use up, I've got a lot of this yarn. It's kind of a fluffy yarn but without being over fluffy, but you can't see the stitches, so it's that kind of not fun yarn. So I've been trying to use it up. So then I've made a pig, and he looks extra like makeup on with the thickness of the yarn that I have used. And this pattern is by Knotting Hook Crochet. Oh, how did I forget that? Knotting Hook Crochet, one of Robin's patterns on Etsy. So it's a really easy pattern. It is no sew. You've got the bobble stitches for legs. You start with the nose, continue to the back of the body, surface crochet the ears and surface crochet the tail. So a very quick and easy pattern. Then looking at my list here, then again trying to stick with the themed items. This is Pikachu. Pikachu is a free Instagram pattern as well, by fairytale.crochet, and I actually really like the way Pikachu turned out. Got a little tail at the back, so you can sit the tail up so it looks more like the cartoon Pikachu, but I think it's okay like that. And the ears excuse me. So I think Pikachu turned out really well. Then this pattern again, I'm pretty sure, yes, another Instagram free pattern, so I did a bit of both. This one was a bit of a trust the process pattern because I didn't think it was going to look like a wombat, but in the end I think it does. So it's probably a bit hard to see with the dark brown colour that I've used. You do have to create all the legs separate and sew them on, and also with the ears, and you embroider the nose in. I did try using a safety nose excuse me, it just didn't work, so embroidering we did. So this one is by that's hard to pronounce, Fee on Instagram. It will be linked. A little wombat. So it's always nice to find another Australian animal. Then I went on a little craze last night actually on making kittens, and this is the the loaf kitten that everyone's doing, the Anne Carraway Arts paid pattern, and she has it on her website as well as Etsy. I believe website is slightly cheaper, but look at the eyes. I forgot I bought these eyes, and they're actually I bought them from Temu, and they're actually meant to be dragon's eyes, but I think they make perfect cat's eyes. I think that's so good. But this one, I had to laugh. I told my husband I think this one snuck out of the caravan and managed to get into some stuff that he shouldn't be in. He looks like he's a little bit high on something. So this one gave me a bit of a laugh. So yeah, so yeah, I made 4 kittens. I already have 2, so that will make 6. It's a different eyes, but I think they just really suited cat's eyes, so I thought that was a good find there that I forgot that I even had. So that is just the patterns that I made, and I actually made more than I thought for the time that I had and not crocheted, but I am a little bit late with the video. Then I applied to do a pattern test, and this is for Robin. If you've seen Knotting Hook Crochet Robin's videos recently, you'll see that she's put out a couple of new patterns, and this one is such a cutie and really easy to make. So this is Mona Brown the monkey, and I chose this different sort of red cross maroon brown kind of colour that I had in a little tail. So this is a pattern that's really good. So if you're watching, you know, a movie or YouTube videos, once you start doing the rounds, it's all the same number. You just got to count how many rows that you're doing. So it's sort of just mindless work, which is great. Very well written. You have the option to either crochet the ears in or sew them on. I chose to sew them on because then you can sort of really choose the placement, and you sew on the muzzle, or his big nose mouth, and then the arms and legs are crocheted in. But yeah, she's made it so that he's got these little shaped feet, so you know where the front of his feet is, and you've got a little thumb on each side, which is so cute, and the nice long tail. So this is a gorgeous pattern. It is actually out now on Etsy, and I think this one will do really well. I think the kids will love this, or even the nostalgic, you know, people. It reminds me of a cartoon. My husband and I were talking about it the other day, but I can't remember what he was called. Actually, I know who he reminds me of. He reminds me of, you know, Dora the Explorer. She's got the friend, the monkey. I can't remember the monkey's name. It actually reminds me of the Boots or something. Boots? Something like that. I think it reminds me of that. So that was great to test. And then I got a message from Robin asking me if I wanted to test another pattern. And this one is Moose the giraffe, because Robin's husband thought her giraffe was a moose. So here's Moose, and my husband thought he was a cow. So there you go. But I give it that it is, I did do Valentine's colours because we are coming up to Valentine's Day, so I thought I'd not do a normal coloured giraffe that you would expect. So I did a nice pink version of Moose. So he's got the longer neck than if I compare to Mona. The arms are down further because the giraffe will have a longer neck, obviously, and longer limbs. But I think it's gorgeous. It obviously takes a little bit longer to make because you've got the colour changes, but it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. And I think it's gorgeous, and he's got the little tail at the back. And I did really big eyes. I'm really into big eyes at the moment, and I think it looks great. But this pattern is not out yet, but I think Robin's hoping to have it out by Friday, just depending on how long it takes all the testers to get their feedback to her, and her updating a pattern if needed. But there actually wasn't anything that I could suggest to Robin that she needed to change. It was great. So yeah, I think these patterns will do really well. She says that she has another one that she's coming up with already, that's a secret, so it'll be interesting to see what that one is. I'm excited to see it because I think they will do really well. So that's what I've made in the last week and a half, nearly 2 weeks. And then yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, when we arrived here in Townsville, I thought I need to get to some markets because I have been crocheting so much. I need to make some room in the caravan, but also my husband would like to see his family for his birthday in Victoria, which would mean it would actually be cheaper for us to fly to Victoria than to drive. and we're kind of had enough of driving for the time being and want to stay put for a while in the one spot, so need to get some cash going to be able to purchase tickets to get to Victoria. So I applied for some markets. The Rotary has markets here in Townsville, and I found out yesterday that because it was a juried market, they had to they asked for my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube to look up what I produce and to see if I meet their standards. And I found out yesterday that I was accepted, and they actually run 4 different types of markets, and I can just log in. I have a login and I can book in any of those as long as I book and pay before they're due. I'm in. So I have booked in the Willow market, which is this Sunday the 26th of January, which just happens to be Australia Day, so it is a public that public holiday weekend, so I'm hoping that there might be a lot of people in town. So we booked that, and that market is from 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. so it's in the morning, but again, because we're still North Queensland, it is hotter temperatures here, so they'll either do things in the earlier in the morning or later in the evening. So I've got into that one. So that one was only $35 to have a stall there, and we've booked a 3x3 site, or they're actually, that one's in a car park, undercover car park, so you can still fit your gazebo there. So I'm looking forward to that. So this Sunday, but then I've booked a second market for the 7th of February, so I'm trying to give myself a little bit of time to remake things if I need to, and that is a night market. It's from 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. so again, because of where we are, they have that either morning or night, so that'll be interesting. We haven't done a night market before, so we'll need to think about lighting and that kind of thing. So we'll have some things to think about. But I also want to try and improve my stand, because I'm on the road all the time and live in a caravan, it's hard to get things to put, to make the height, I guess, for a stand that does A, isn't heavy, B, that folds up and I can put away in a cupboard somewhere. So yeah, we're going to be thinking about those sort of things in the next coming days and weeks. So that's exciting. So I can actually, there's dates for the whole year that I can book markets, so we could stay here a very long time if you want to, but that's if the markets are successful. So this will be a tester to see what the day one's like and then what the evening one's like, and see how we go from there. So I will be market prepping, that's for sure. So the next video will probably be a market result, and then the next week I'll be back to market prepping, so that'll be the next upcoming video. So yeah, sorry about the bit of wait for the next video, but yeah, we were very tired after our trip across the country, but now we're going to stay here for a little while. Not sure how long, but yeah, rest up for a while. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing, and hit that old thumbs up, and leave me a comment. What did you like out of what I made, and any suggestions of what I should make for markets. Alright, and I will see you again soon.